Hello there. As business owners, we go through a high level of stress as you try to manage your business and your work with your team during this period of time. In this video, I explain why it makes business sense to help team members struggling through this pandemic and what you can do to help them manage the challenges that they are facing. I'll be right back. Welcome back. My name is Raymond Huan, and if you own a business, you're interested in business, or you wish to learn more about the tips and tricks on how to operate a business better, I encourage you to click on the subscribe button that you see before you right now. There are many benefits to nurturing an environment that genuinely takes care of your team. As I explained in the previous video, emotions drive productivity, and positive emotions result in increased productivity. On the flip side, negative emotions and stress decrease productivity. In another video, I explained that having the right kind of environment where people feel respected and where team members are confident that others can have their back is key to developing a high-powered team. Most importantly, do note that your business is like most businesses and are operated by people. When they struggle, your business struggles too. Richard Branson famously said, "Take care of your employees and they will take care of your business." So during this pandemic, what can you do to help your employees manage during this crisis? First, it helps the most to shift your mindset and remember that this is not business as usual. Nothing will work or appear as usual. This is a pandemic that will likely stretch for months or even years on end. For some businesses, this may mean making many drastic measures on how they do their business, how they run their operations, and how they serve their customers. While change is the only constant thing in this world, adapting to change can still be a struggle, some more than others. Your business isn't the only one experiencing this change. Many things are changing too in people's households. Everything looks very different to the normal that we're used to, and it will help your employees if you help them change their mindset too. Check in with your employees regularly. Ask them how they are coping. Work with them on how to provide the necessary tools and support so that they can succeed not in their work but also in adapting to the new normal. It is also important to provide guidelines on how employees can take care of their physical and mental health during this time. If you haven't already, take swift action to implement recommended public health measures. People experience a lot of stress, which comes from a lot of uncertainty and changes. Everyone who needed to work remotely has had to juggle their homework with their life. Being in a pandemic, some people fear getting sick or some having a loved one fall ill. And this pandemic has also affected economies and businesses as well. So there's also a fear of losing their own jobs. As employers, we can address their uncertainties with their jobs by being transparent on how the business is going, and more importantly, what measures are you doing to help keep things afloat. It will also help your employees if you communicate with what you need from them, so that everyone knows what they should do during this time and to help the business go forward despite the uncertainty. Be transparent with your customers too. Again, this is not business as usual. Some things will take longer to process, produce, or deliver. Let your customers know about any supply or service issues that you are experiencing, and this will help manage their expectations. This will also help your employees who deal with your customers. You don't want your customers to take their frustrations out on their employees if they don't receive the same level of service that they were used to prior to COVID happening. Thirdly, train leaders, managers, and colleagues on how to support employees. Sometimes the lack of support is not the result of a lack of intent to provide support. Many times it is brought by the lack of understanding on how to provide support. Some managers may not understand how supporting a struggling employee looks like, and some policies or tools that managers would typically lean on may no longer work during this time. If your business can afford it, you may want to seek help from a consultant or a business coach to train the managers on how to manage during this COVID-19 period. If you can't, you may want to meet with your managers as a group to conceive a plan on how you could provide support to each other during this time. If your business allows employees to work remotely during this time, your employees will feel safer and they'll feel that this is the best option for the medium term. Please explore that. The important thing is to make work expectations clear. What do they need to accomplish at what period of time? Or what kind of turnaround time do you expect from them? For example, are you giving them something to work at the beginning of the week? And when would you expect that work to be turned back in? The end of the week or in a few weeks' time? You have to be clear so that they will know what to work with. It is important that your expectations are made clear, as this affects morale and productivity. It especially affects employees who may not be working remotely, and they may feel they are not offered the same level of flexibility. In a previous video, I explained how you can boost morale and motivate a team that is comprised of both remote and in-house employees. How about you? How are you helping manage your employees during this COVID-19 pandemic? Why don't you send me an email or leave a reply below, and I'll love to hear your thoughts on that. If you are interested to know more about what a business has to go through when facing exponential growth, you can download the first chapter of the book, From 20K to 2 million in 2 years, absolutely free here. The chapter talks about the differences between a good and a great business and puts out questions that make you consider how you can turn your business from good to great. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I look forward to catching up with you again in the next video very soon.